Yo, what's going on guys? Jivan back with another video, and today is the return of the How to Fight in Arena series. People have been asking for this to come back for a while, so here we are. Basically in this series, what I do is just break down my arena clips, talk about how and why I do exactly what I do, and hopefully by the end of the video, you'll have a better understanding of how to fight in Arena. Please consider using code JivanTV in the Fortnite item shop, hitting that like button, subbing if you're new, and without further ado, let's hop into it. First clip of the day is a perfect prediction play. Now first look at this, it may just look like chance, but I knew exactly where this player was gonna go and when they were gonna go, and this is how. As you saw, there was two players. The first player was on the other side of my wall here, and the other player was pressuring from the opposite side. So I was waiting for that far player to pressure this player's wall. Once he did that, I knew this player was going to try to escape out of this side. That way he wouldn't be in the middle of us. It was fairly obvious he was going to go to the left because the other side of his wall was a building, so he couldn't edit that wall. This is something I'm always looking for when I'm piece controlling players. I try to figure out where they're logically going to go next. Once you box enough players, it becomes just instinct. You know exactly where they're going to go because you've seen it so many times. Clip number 2 gets us into the topic of counter peeking, which is something you gotta understand. You saw it right there. I saw him editing on that right side of the wall, and so I immediately sprint to the left to try to give him the most awkward angle on me. It gave him a left-hand peek and gave me the right-hand peek, and that's why he ended up missing his shot. It was definitely a bit harder for him to see me. There's basically ways to counter peek everything in the game. Here's a few examples. If they edit up there, I might go down to this corner. They still have the right-hand peek, but I can try to shoot through the wall, flip my cone up. It gives me options and gives me time to make a plan. If they edit a window, I go to the side and set up a right-hand peek for myself. Typically, counter peeking is going to come in handy when you don't own the cone underneath you, or the walls around you. Like if I own the cone here, I would just flip the cone up and edit out the side. Another really good thing to do is use the cone as a peek. If they jump, they will be able to get a good angle on you, but you can try to pre-fire it when they jump. Again, counter peeking is a lot of times going to be last resort, but it can come in handy in a lot of situations. They double edit here, I edit this, boom, counter peek. They get a double edit right here. I can jump around here. Boom. You can counter basically any right hand peek they get. And once you get good at countering their right hand peeks fast, that's when you're set up to win a lot of arena fights. You just have to know how to handle basically every single situation. Let's say they get this top wall here and they go to edit a peek on you like that. You just place a floor here, edit the back tile, boom. And then flip that in case they try to spray into your face. Back up, boom, another shot. Moving away from the topic of counter peeks, let's check out some more clips. This clip is a great example of how to use the SMG as a pressure weapon. It doesn't just have to be spraying at walls brainlessly. Notice how I use it very strategically here. It starts out by me spraying their floor to make them fall and placing a cone underneath them really quickly. They got out, but I used the SMG to break the floor underneath me so that I can quickly get to their lair and claim the wall behind them. If I used my pickaxe instead of the SMG in this fight, it would have taken twice as long to get any of these builds broken. So using the SMG in a strategic way to pressure is very useful. You just gotta make sure you're watching your ammo because you can run out very quickly. In this example, I end this fight in literally seconds by just simply reading the player. If I slow this down big time, you can see the player's body turns in that direction and a cone is placed out that side. Once I see that cone placed, I know immediately to claim the tops over here and just quickly jump in his box because I'm peppered out, so I got there faster than he could have ever imagined. Allow. In this situation, you'll see that I was easily able to tell where the opponent's going. I hope by now a lot of you guys are able to identify these situations, but if not, listen up. I blocked off the top of his ramp here. He owned the build to his right, but typically they're not going to edit the build, they're instead going to turn around and go out the other side. If you ever see that there's one wall open, there's no build placed, the enemy is typically going to turn around, go out that direction because it's the easiest way, and that's your opportunity to piece them up and get the kill. And now a lot of people may be saying like, oh, that's just a bot, oh, that's just this, that, but I run into kids like this all the time in Arena, bro. Once you learn to identify their patterns, you can end the fights fast and make them look like bots, even if they're not terrible. And even when you're fighting pro players, the same stuff applies, just at a faster pace. So the fight you just saw, the thing that was so good about it was the prediction of the movement once again. I left one wall open in this fight. Knowing that, I immediately went to place this cone over top of them because where are they going to go? They're going to go out the side where the wall is not placed. I swear 90% of the time this is how players function in Arena. It can help you get quick kills. This fight I use really good piece control, so I want to slow it down and kind of walk you through what my brain was thinking in this fight. first off, I laid this floor and cone here because I thought they might go out this side, and I would just double edit them down and get a free shot on them. However, they did not. They went over here, so I blocked their shot with a wall and then got a free shot on them back. And this is where the piece control starts. After taking that shot, I immediately tried to predict where they were going to go next. In this situation, they were on the right side of their box, so I thought they might go out the right side. I boxed that up real quick and just sprint in because I had a health advantage. They didn't go in this box, but I saw a ramp, so I knew they were going upwards. That's when I immediately edit my cone, piece control the upper layer, and get the free kill. GG's, brother. This next fight is a situation that pops up a lot, and you gotta be on the lookout for it. That ramp flip, bro, you always gotta be on the lookout. If you get the enemy coned and they're on a ramp and it's a fast-paced build fight, a lot of times they're going to impulsively flip that ramp to jump in your face. They think you aren't gonna see it coming, but if you get in the habit of just backing up when you get somebody coned on a ramp, you can get them caught off guard just like I did here. Next up, we have another really good example of piece control, so I'm gonna walk you through my mindset, but check it out at full speed. A lot of good stuff there. So first thing to note is that I get the health advantage at the start of the fight. Because of that, while I'm piece controlling, I'm going to try to get up in their face. I look for this play all the time. When they're going up on a ramp a layer above me, if you look straight up, you can place that cone over top of the wall. I'm always looking for opportunities to cone the opponent because it sets up situations like this. When you get them coned, a lot of times they turn around, go out the other side, which gives you an opportunity to piece them out the back. Next up are two really good examples of how you can increase your editing speed via crosshair placement. If you notice in these two clips, my crosshair placement and mouse movement is super tight. I'm doing the smallest possible movements to confirm these edits. This is really useful for piecing up the opponents as fast as possible. The best way to improve this is by practicing it in Raider's mechanical map, also in 1v1s in creative. This is something you'll gradually improve over time as you practice. A lot of people ask me how to actually approach a fight. My entire approach to fighting is just playing off the enemy. So I saw the opponent building up here, so I'm gonna build up at them. Therefore, we initiate a build fight. If I see them box up right at the start, I'm gonna pressure their wall. Everything I do is just simply playing off the opponent, and that's the best way to approach it. By the way, right here in the fight is another good thing to look out for. If you're building up, they're one layer above you and they have a ramp right here. It's easy piece control. You just edit through, place a wall, edit the wall, place a cone, and then just hit your shots and set up peaks. But yeah, basically in fights, everything I do is based off the opponent. I feel like the biggest key to getting really good at fighting in Fortnite is getting your mechanics to a level where you don't even need to think about them while you're doing it. I'm thinking about making a video on this in the next week or so, but the idea is if you can build and edit as if you're walking, like it just takes no effort whatsoever. If you can get to that point where you're that comfortable, then you can put all of your attention in a fight on tracking the opponent, reading the opponent, while you're just building and editing around. At this point, it's all muscle memory to me, and that's why I think I got to the point where I am fighting-wise in Arena. But yeah, stay tuned, I'm probably gonna have a video on that soon. But last part of this video, I wanna break down this clip because I get in this situation a lot where I have to escape, but it seems like there's no way out. So if we rewind just a little bit, you can see I was just full sending these two players in a 50-50, but then a third party comes in and starts full sending me, third partying them. Immediately, I get off to the side, so I'm not in that box. He can't jump right in my face, but I really had nowhere to go from here. When I get in this situation, I let them psycho into my box and then flip the ramp over top of them and go out the other side. A lot of times when you get a player underneath your ramp, they're trying to psycho forward to get to the other side of the ramp. So if you flip the ramp over top of them, they're not gonna know what happened. They're gonna think they're in your face, but you're out the other side. You're zooming out of there. That's a really good skill to have, just getting that double edit down so you can escape out boxes just like that. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to hit that like button, sub if you're new. Use code JivanTV, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.